Good morning, good morning, good morning, and a warm welcome to Carnation Crafts. We are live in the Carnation Craft Studios. I say we, it's just me, because Miss Taz is still at home. We've decided she needs to rest, so she's better for Christmas because it's important. And so it's just me, you find me. So it's not the normal camera angles that you'll see. I can't do demos because I've got no overhead. But we will come with you, we'll come back after Christmas and we'll bring you loads of demos then. But at the minute, I want to show you the vignettes because we have got a really, really awesome set today on the deal of the day, which some of you may have already seen. So this is Savouring the Season, and it's a really beautiful new colourway for going wild. Hey, Rachel McCourt, how you doing? Hey, Karen Slade, lovely to have you here. Hey, Facebook user. So yeah, it's a really, really beautiful reworking of Going Wild, which is just really pretty. It's on the deal of the day on the Carnation website, and I will take us over to there in a little while to have a look. But it's £5 now. But at midnight tonight, that's going to go back to £15. So now is the time to do it. Hey, Karen Smith, happy Christmas to you as well. It feels like it's come on all of a sudden. I'm not quite prepared. Unsurprisingly, because, when am I ever? Hey, Michaela, how you doing? Hey, Suzanne Page. Yeah, massive Christmas to you all. Oh, thank you, Suzanne. That's very kind. All the demos. I wonder how many demos I've done this year. Right, let's have a look at Savouring the Season. I'm going to show you the vignettes first, and then we're going to head over to the website so that we can see where you can get it and all the things that are going on. And then I've got some very, very exciting news at the end about some stuff that's coming up for Carnation over just after Christmas, so on Boxing Day and stuff. So I'll go through that with you as well. But these vignettes, have you all got Going Wild? I loved Going Wild. It's the one with the wee singer on the stage, the little mouse that can sing on the stage and all the stuff, and I love that collection because it's just really heartwarmingly lovely. But they've reworked it and it's really, really sweet. So we have got this little mouse with his cake, and he is all of the happy. So we've got the little chubby mouse, who would be me, on his back, very, very happy because he's maybe overindulged, which is about right for this time of the year, isn't it? And then you've got the other one who is either pushing him up or he's pushing a cake, doing all of the loveliness. But that's all been recolored and reworked for you, so you can use your set differently. It's really important that we have, in my opinion, that we have different colorways for collections that have previously been brought out. And I've spoken about this before. It's nothing that Carnation have ever really said to me, but the reason I think it's important is obviously because I craft. I just really like the fact that I don't just buy something and then get abandoned, that they bring something else out and it doubles the value of what I previously bought. And I think that's really, really important. I love the fat mouse. He's my spirit animal. He's mine as well. Good morning to you all. Gosh, there's lots of you here. I will go through and say good morning to you all. Hope Taz feels better. I have the leg as well. Oh, Beth, I'm sorry to hear that. Merry Christmas. Thank you to you and your family. I will say that Miss Taz is feeling much, much better, but it's not wise for her to be here until she's fully recovered. So we just want her to be well for Christmas. So much love to Miss Taz if you're watching, and I hope, well, I did speak to her yesterday, and I will no doubt speak to her today as well, but she knows that I love her very much. So we've got all of these vignettes. So these are your woodwork pieces that we get from Going Wild. So all of those card aspects that we get that set the stage, literally set the stage for your card. And so these are the stage pieces that you've got. Remember that you've got all the little elements that we can bring in, those log piles, and these can be turned to stop your circular card from rocking. So we turn them over, glue them to the front, and it stabilizes the front of that circular card so that it doesn't rock. And there's more than one way to do that, so they've given us more elements for it. Going Wild was really clever in that way, and the card shape was very clever in as much, because I love rocker cards, I really like them, but sometimes it's not appropriate. So if you've got something that just stabilizes the front of it rather than having to chop off part of the back, and because it's that kind of tent line, that A-frame on the actual frame, it just means it stabilizes it. So you can either use the larger log pieces that we just showed you there, or the little corners, which I also love very much. I'm a big corner girl, and so these please me no end, these wee corners here, because I can stabilize the card. But actually, if you look at things like Perfect Pastures that we've just brought out, where you've got the log piles, can you see how we start building with the collections with Carnation, where it's not just about collection 1, 2, 3, 4. It's all of it combined, because there's so much within this that we can use within Pleasant Pastures as well. So when you're getting the vignettes for this and you're getting Going Wild out, make sure you're also looking at things like Pleasant Pastures, Rural Charm, all of those things where these will all come together, these pieces. So work in your collections and weave them, and you'll get these really beautiful results, because they're always going to work together because of the nature of having it hand drawn. You know, it's almost a byproduct, isn't it? Because it's hand drawn, everything does work. Look at these. All those florals made up in a kind of a Christmassy way. You could use them any time of the year, but they are kind of Christmassy, and so they're really sweet. So this is a really great time if you've got a couple of hours between now and Christmas to make up some nameplates for your tables, those kind of things. Add in some tags, do some last minute cards. Have I made my Christmas cards yet? Did I forget? No. Did I have time? No. Will I make them? Probably in February, which is what usually happens. I'm never averse to sending them late. You've got your corners. These corners are stunning. Look at those. I love these as well. Aren't the colours beautiful for winter? Excuse me. They're so pretty for winter, aren't they? I think that's really dramatic. It's the light tones, isn't it, with that purple? Really beautiful. And again, you have the large log pile here, which can sit on the front of that round card as a different way to stop it rocking. So lots of different ways. I love the colour of this. Watch these. They could be balloons, you know, that hang. They could be little berries. They could be just little different aspects. They're so pretty. Isn't that a really beautiful colour? Be really beautiful on a cake. It's just very pretty. Those soft tones. They're almost metallic looking, aren't they? Really, really gorgeous. Now, we also have this little chap. And you might remember him. So we've got some bits from other collections. You remember this chap? And we all love the cupcake. But lots of us didn't realise that actually the cupcake is a little mouse. Can you see his little feet at the bottom? And just his little ears holding over the top. So brand new colourway for that, because it merges in with the mice from Going Wild and the colour scheme. So the little berries that we were just looking at, or the balloon wall, depending on how you're using it, will match in now with your cupcake as well. So we can start to bring them in. So savouring the season. Is it all Christmas? No, they're birthday aspects too, right? Because you've got this idea of the balloon wall that's a celebration. There's nothing Christmassy about those colours particularly. So when you're getting things like your extra vignettes and you get them printed and you can bring all these together, it's lovely to have them all kind of sitting in a box where you can, you know, mix and match and go, well, this is going to be for winter seasons, this is going to be for my birthday seasons, or all throughout the year. So you can just pick and pack, you know, those little bits that you need. We have got a plethora, and I love the fact that they've done this, of Santa hats. So it's all on one page, and you can cut a load of those with the little Santa hats that you've got. That means we can use them for the little mice, for the little creatures. They're all there for your use. Now, one of my favourite ever dies, I think you'll all remember my absolute delight, is the bow, the long line bow. Can you remember from Gifted Christmas? And I fell in love with it because, man alive, does that make a card. And they've recoloured it. And I love that. So it was red and gold in the original collection. And now we have it in the most gorgeous swag colours. Isn't it beautiful? Really pretty. And I've got so many demos to show you guys when we do come together with this. I've got a little bag of demos. So as soon as I can, as soon as we can get an overhead, we will do some demos with it. It's a really beautiful new colourway. I love Going Wild anyway. I've always loved it. It's just a really, really nice collection. So yes. Alison, please can the videos of the additional vignette colorways also be posted so you can go back for future reference? Alison, this will stay on Facebook, but also they're going to forward this onto YouTube as well. And on YouTube itself, on the channel, which is Carnation Crafts TV on YouTube, it does have all of the special edition vignette shows that we've done, so you can see them all and go back and look at different ways that they're used. So this is going wild. So how do you find this deal, and how do you find the corresponding 20% discount off Going Wild? I'm just going to share my screen with you and then scooch over to a different tab. So I'm going to add this in here, scooch over. If you go to the big red button, so the deal of the day button, we're just going to go onto here. And as you can see, 20% off. It tells you how much time you've got left in order to take advantage of that deal. 20% off Savouring the Season. So it's £5 today for this whole colour vignette special edition. But that's going to go to £15 tonight at midnight. Added to that, you've got 20% off your Going Wild as well. Or is that more? No, 32% off the vignettes. Sorry, 20% off Going Wild. So the corresponding dies are all there for you. I believe Carnation have just put that in the comments as well, so you can see that. I'm just going to head over to the calendar and see if they've put some information on there. Let's see if it's there yet or not. No, maybe not. Okay, so let me do some housework. Let me just remove that. So let's do some housework. Nobody wants to do that. It's very close to Christmas. Let's do some housekeeping. So as I say, the vignettes, I'm reading off a note so I don't forget anything. The vignettes are £5 for the day. Dealers a day, they go up to £15 after tonight. And the corresponding dies will be 20% off. But that's only for today, because then it's just because they're with the collection. So they're just giving you a discount today. On Boxing Day, super exciting. On Boxing Day, so it begins on the 26th. Hold on, I'm going to get this ready. The Boxing Day discount begins on the 26th with 26% off all selected products. 26% off. That's massive. The 27th, you get 25% off all selected products. And the 28th is 24% off all selected products. Each day, that is site-wide, but it excludes collections that have come out in the last 3 months, which, to be fair, is not that far back, is it? So it's like the last, maybe 8, 9 collections, but other than that, you can get massive discounts. So this is always the time to stock up. So if you've been sat thinking there's a collection that you'd love to buy and you're waiting for that golden opportunity, it just arrived. My advice, Boxing Day is going to be your best bet, because that's when you get the most off. As always, if you spend over £50, your P&P will be free. Anything under £50, it will be £2.95 in UK P&P, just to let you all know. It's Christmas. It's very, very exciting. Right, what I'm going to do is show you some finished samples so you can see how the DT team have brought this collection together, because it is just beyond sweet. Remember that A-frame and remember how it pieces. So you've got that incredible stage. Now, this is where I'm telling you about the Boxing Day sale, but also the 20% off that you're getting today from Going Wild. This collection is insane. How beautiful are these? They're just so blooming gorgeous. Now, obviously, it's just me on my own, so you have to bear with me. I'm not quite as smooth as I am when Miss Taz is here, but we will get there. Just bear with. So we get to make these. It's like a semi-easel, isn't it, these cards? They've got that kind of element to them. There's the lovely little chubby mouse at the front. He's eaten all the cake. The other two are helping him out. I've been there. We've all been there. 'Tis the season to be jolly. Fa la 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 la. Treat yourself. I love this. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? I love that little cupcake mouse. Just those little ears showing it might be the cutest thing ever. He's so sweet. Different variations using the same card shape. So we've got this gorgeous easel here from Sue. I love that. That's birthday, isn't it? Just pure and simple birthday. party time. Aren't those balloon colours really gorgeous? They're so soft. That's a really, really beautiful example of that tone coming through, of that very, very gentle tone. So then from here, we have got more. Just bear with while I get these where I need them to be. Oh, Miss Taz, if you're watching, I miss you. Look at these. I love that A-frame. It's such a clever idea, the A-frame, isn't it? Gorgeous, gorgeous vignettes. And a beautiful way. I love those little logs, how they just stabilize that rocking motion on the cards, because it allows actually for us to stabilize any future cards that we have that are circular. It's just the element, because you can always cut them in white if you just want them to be plain. That clean and simple card shape, I think, may be one of the most used card shapes now ever. Stunning stuff. It's gorgeous red tones coming through. If you want to use these for future Christmas cards, look at that. And the thing is, as ridiculous as that sounds, being that it's Christmas in 3 days, remember the craft industry always starts Christmas in June as a rule. It's always June for the craft industry, because obviously, so there's 2 craft industry Christmases, and the first one is June. It's just to get everything out. So because people start making Christmas cards super early, don't they? Look at that. I love the way he's holding the glass up. Or is he pulling it down? It depends which way you look at it. Super, super display here of dimension. Just bringing out all of those shapes. It's really pretty. Something more muted and certainly more kind of Christmas toned. It's just, I love that. I'm so in love with that sweep. I think that's such a beautiful colour. Celebrate your day. Beautiful. That long line bow. I love this long line bow so much. Look at that. Is that not just delicious? My camera is whizzying all over the place. It's way too close to my face. Now, dimension. We were just talking about dimension and how we can bring that through. Look at this. Hey up, she says. Just let me grab all the bits. Look at this. This is a Janine for the ultimate in dimension. Janine is the queen of dimension. Look at this. There he is. We pull him round. We seat him. There's his cake. Look at that. That's a scene and a half in a card. That's an absolute story in a card, isn't it? Look at that stage setting, the dimension, the amount of pieces used to create that visual impact, that really strong visual impact, all those colours coming together. So where we see the new working of the berries, it matches in with the new working of the bow. Really beautiful. And I love the fact that that long line bow is now perfect, isn't it, for birthdays. Can I just say, if you're just getting going wild, I can't remember if they come with them or not. Don't forget to get your magnets, because you can magnetize that. And don't forget that all of your shows for Going Wild will be on YouTube. It'll be labeled, so do go back and find them. That'll just give you some helping hands. If you're just starting out with the collection, it'll just give you a visual aid of where you are and what it is that you're playing with. Look at this. I love that with the doily at the back. Isn't that stunning? Prettiness. He's so cute. Really, really sweet, isn't it? Gorgeous, gorgeous pieces. I love, love, love having a nosy at what the DT team have done, because A, it inspires me, but also it's just the different ways people craft. I love looking at different people's styles. I'm almost getting to the point with the DT where I can tell who's done what. Look at that. And don't forget, you've got the original colorway as well. So if you want to mix and match glasses and, you know, all of those kind of things, absolutely go for that as well, because they'll all work together. It's, you know, the carnation tend to use the same hues. I saved my favorite to last because it made me laugh this morning when I was unwrapping these. This is Janine. It just made me chuckle. Look at that. If that's not all of us on Boxing Day. holding our tummies. Isn't that just a dream? So sweet. So I hope that's given you some inspiration. I'm sorry I can't demo for you, but I will come back in the new year and get that done so that you've got some visual inspiration, if that helps. Obviously, the DT samples are far more important than my demos ever will. You get more inspiration that way. So at least we've been able to bring you those. But what a collection. It's only until midnight tonight. They're going to put it back up to £15. So please do go and grab it. If you're thinking of getting Going Wild, even in the future, it's worth grabbing hold of these vignettes now so that you don't have to pay any extra for them later down the line. However, they have got 20% off Going Wild now, but only until midnight. So if it's something that floats your boat, absolutely now's the time to do. And just a reminder of those Boxing Day sales. So 26% off on the 26th, 25% off on the 27th, and 24% off on the 28th. That feels like a lot of numbering in my very, very dyspraxic head. That's site-wide, but it excludes anything from the last 3 months, which I think is fair. So that's the way to go and do it. Facebook, it gives me an idea. As my brother's birthday is Christmas Day. Oh, imagine having your birthday on Christmas Day. Well, a huge happy birthday to your brother, of course. Now, I'm just going to have a read through your messages and make sure I haven't missed any questions. I don't think I have. Lots of best wishes for Miss Taz. I promise you she's fine. But she does need to rest. So we're just going to make sure she is well and fit before New Year so that we're all ready to go, because New Year, new crafting, and we cannot wait. You want to see some of the stuff that's coming up. We have got amazing stuff for you. That's coming up all obviously in the new year. Oh, Linda, your grandson's birthday's on Christmas Day as well. Whereas I'd like to say Merry Christmas to you all on behalf of myself, because I think you're amazing. You know that. I think the Carnation Army is just spectacular. But Carnation also would like to say, and I'm saying on their behalf, a massive Merry Christmas, first of all, to the DT. And a huge thank you for all the hard work that you do, the inspiration that you give us, and everything that you've achieved in the last year. It's extraordinary. So a huge thank you. Carnation themselves would like to extend a massive Merry Christmas thank you to all of you customers at home for being amazing. As always, just the most incredible group, isn't it? Big ups to the Army, because what an amazing team we all are together. And then Carnation would also like to extend a massive thank you to Royal Mail, who just do the best job and for getting everything to customers as soon as they can, and for all the hard work at Christmas, because come on, that cannot be an easy job. So a huge, huge thank you to all of the Royal Mail workers as well. I hope you have a safe and a very, very warm and lovely Christmas and festive period, that you're with loved ones or that you're doing something that you really, really want to do. I hope you are merry, happy, and maybe even crafting. You never know. I'll be doing some crafting on Christmas Day, because Christmas Day is still a day, right? So I hope you all take really good care. We will see you. We do have a pre-record coming to you, and that will be for Pampered Pooches, but it won't be live. Go and have a look on the Carnation Craft calendar to get everything that you need for all the shows that are coming up. Please don't forget to hit that deal of the day today. That's where you're going to get those special edition limited vignettes for £5, and then obviously they'll go to 15. In the meantime, can I send you all massive hugs, massive love, huge Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.